Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. You are watching Shay with the Hobbies. My name is Cache, and this is the From the Bed edition of NaNoWriMo. We're just chilling in here. So glad that you can make it here. Again, my name is Cache. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do this. I said right before we went live, did I not? I said I feel like he's gonna be
I know,
mischievous.
I
Why are you
know.
on my bed, sir? My friend needs to introduce herself. Can you let my friend introduce herself?
But thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Hi, I'm Becca C. Smith, and you look way better in your bed. You've got this like gorgeous backdrop. I look like I'm in a hospital bed. I'm like, but I've got my ice packs on because I pulled. If for anybody that doesn't know, I have a case of bursitis, and I pulled my hamstrings. So I'm just basically laid up for a little while I heal. So as we speak, I've got an ice pack underneath my leg. But I'm
Whatever
getting
you gotta
better.
do to take care of yourself, right? To take care of yourself. Also, for the record, this is my adulting bed that I got this year because before, nah,
It's
it's
so pretty.
actually like it's only the second bed I've bought in like my adult life, like bed frame and
Right.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you don't. That's when you feel like an adult when you buy like the things that you've been like putting on. Like no lie, I have
Mhm.
yet to buy a dresser drawer set, and I know I'm gonna feel super adult when I do. Like I'm
You're
gonna be
like,
like, yeah,
ooh.
I'm grown. I'm grown now. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Uh, so the funny thing is so Becca knows they're not allowed on my bed. I'm allergic to my dogs, so like I can't let them on my bed, or else I could suffocate in the middle of the night because dog hair definitely is a lot, especially
Yeah.
Titan because he's part husky. So Titan knows this. Titan also realizes I'm live because now I'm like actively talking to the screen and not to
Right.
him. So he hopped on the bed, but my phone is in a new case and it was on loud and vibrate. So it's making noise and he landed on top of it and he's like twitching, trying to look down because he doesn't know what it is. And he keeps looking back from me to the phone. It was the most hilarious thing. I wish I would have been recording him.
I know. I wish you had too.
It was funny. But you guys, it is NaNoWriMo and we are here to write and get word. Becca, you want to tell people what you're working on today?
I started out doing my vlogs, and with Charlotte and Renee, we were doing Vlognarok, which was
Mhm.
basically like vlogging until we finish our books. But then I got this injury, and so I kind of had to stop doing the dailies. But I hope to do them like maybe sometime next week and start up again once I'm better. But yeah, my big goal is just to finish Kokeo Peak. I gotta finish. What about you?
Yeah. And that's your for KO Peak is the fantasy, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep,
yep.
yep, 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 yep.
That's it.
Y'all, I'm not saying that Becca is an amazing writer, but I am actually saying that she's an amazing writer. Like my favorite series of hers is the Dream Diary series, but your girl kind of likes mystery, thriller, horror, and she kind of likes the blood and the guts. So I just kind of end up liking that series because there's just a lot of blood everywhere. Is all I'm saying. All I'm saying. All
Oh,
I'm
thank
saying.
you.
And so I'm gonna be switching over. So for y'all who've been like watching the channel, I've been working on blankets and burglaries. Today I am switching to the adult thriller, working title Best Served Cold. I had like a couple of epiphanies the end of October coming into November, and I've brain dumped them, but I haven't actually tried to like put them in story form. So that is going to be the goal today. So let's
Ooh,
say
so
hi to some people. I know, right, man? Oh yeah, because like all the like back end stuff that I like
excited.
working in and stuff. So like, man, I'm so excited. It was funny because I was telling Paul about it, and he was like, "Wait, is this three different stories? I'm so lost right now. Wait a minute." And I was like, "Okay, well, technically, it will be, but like right now, we're just focusing on the one story.
Right,
It's just
right.
I just have a mind that has like all these rabbit holes that they fall, rabbit trails they fall down." And he was like,
Well,
"Oh,
and then they
okay,
weave
I think
together,
I
you
get it."
know.
They
Yeah,
do. Like they
yeah,
all fit. They all
yeah.
fit. I just have to like slow down when I'm trying to explain
I
it.
know. I did the same thing with Stefan yesterday because Cacao Peak is three different POVs, and I'm like, and then in this chapter, and then it leads into this. And he's like, I wish. He's like, maybe when I read it, I will know what you're
That
talking
is that is
about.
totally Paul. You know what? Don't tell me. Just let me read it because I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
all like,
I'm just not the person for you to talk this out with. That's just not me. I'm just. He's always like, no, it's great. It's great. Oh, is it
that sounds
though?
awesome. We're like, oh, wait.
Is it right? You're not in the boat right now. All right, we got Dejana in here. I'm way early, but hello. Hey, Queen. For those of you guys who don't know, Dejana was streaming earlier on the lovely Sarah Cahill's channel. It was her and Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, this morning. So definitely make sure you check out Sarah's channel so you can get to see more of the lovely ladies. Anya is 1/3 of the three fictioneers, and there's the other one, Michael CV Kid. Anya is a German author-tuber, and she streams at 1:05 a.m. Central Time. Ask me how I know, because I'm there quite often. Quite often. Should I be?
Probably not.
I'll let you answer that, but I'm there. Buddy, see, this is why, okay, is this why I can't stream in the bedroom?
We
Oh,
just see
but
the
buddy,
thing.
get off the bed. Get
But I
off
love
the
you.
bed.
But I love you.
Bro, I will mute myself and then we really gonna fight. Get off the bed, Titan. Thank you. See, then I'd say I'm gonna mute myself. All of a sudden, oh, okay, I'll listen now. See, see. Michael, Canadian author tuber, streams on his channel Fridays 2:15 Central. Make sure you catch him out. Check him out. Catch him out. I don't know what I was saying. It's a
Catch him out.
catch him out. Cassie, hello. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon here. How are you? Cheryl, the Winchesters. Hey, how are you? Shomla, it's so good to see you, Queen. Tiffany. CB, what's up? Vina dropped a new video today, you guys. Is it Dark Divine, or
Ooh.
Magic Divine? It's MD or DD. I don't know. I can't remember, but it's a vlog for a new book. I have not got to see the reading vlog review yet, but I saw that it went up today and I'm gonna go watch it. So if you are looking for a good reviewer to go watch, check out Venus channel. Tiffany said, I love how casual you are.
I'm gonna
When
fall
me and
asleep
Becca
while
get
we're
together,
recording.
we definitely do chill. We're definitely in chill mode. So
Self care. Self care.
of course. Of course. Okay, go make dinner. Yes. Maya, hey queen. For those of you guys who don't know, Maya is an author tuber who streams on Twitch. Definitely make sure you go check out her Twitch channel. Just as I'll be doing a few house cleaning sprints, then my graphic design project, writing comes tonight. Hey, nice. That's awesome. Vita says, I'm here to read. Kindle tells me I have 25 minutes left in Alaskan Christmas Escape. Well, you're lucky because normally I do shorter sprints for writing, but because Becca is here, we do longer sprints because Becca likes longer sprints. So you're going to at least have like 30 minutes of sprint. See?
Uh,
It's winning. CB says, I'm working on Marvel fanfic and I'm sitting in my bed. Like I said, I need to go make dinner. We support the bed motion. We support it.
yep.
Tiffany says, I have some editing that has to get done today. Nice. You are telling no lies. You are telling no lies at all.
So cute.
Sarah, this is the Sarah Cahill I was mentioning earlier, who's streaming. I'm on the wrong side, but y'all see me pointing to her. There she is over that way. Make sure you go check out her lovely channel. She is a middle grade writer right now, and so she's talking about that journey. So definitely make sure you check it out. Magic Dark, Magic Divine. See, I knew I was close. I knew I was close. Hi, Rachel. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, y'all. Hey, we did that in less than 10 minutes. I'm proud. Y'all
I
know it
know.
was rough yesterday. It was rough, but I'm proud. Okay, we got 30 minutes on the clock. Shout out to Bree, the Locked Booktician, for this lovely, beautiful golden timer. Are
Beautiful.
you ready, Becca?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay.
I'll
Ooh,
get there.
ooh.
I'll get there.
Okay,
I'll get in
wait.
that
So do you
headspace.
need to pick a card?
Oh, you know what? We will next sprint because it's in the other
Okay,
room.
because you gotta get up and go get it. Okay. No, because I'm not rushing you to go get up and get
Yeah, yeah,
nothing right
yeah.
now. Not at
Okay.
all. All
I might stand for
right,
the next
y'all.
sprint, so that'll be perfect.
Okay, awesome. All right, y'all. In three, two, one. Y'all write them words. All right. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do?
That went fast. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I got as many words as I did for as much comment in the chat as I did.
I admit the first 10 minutes or so I had to fill out that doctor's form that I told you about, and then I was able to dive in. But I don't know how many words I had. But I'm trying to do it by scene. Oh, who's on the bed again? Oh,
I'm trying to be nice because we're live. But buddy, get off the bed. You're gonna get dog hair all over my new blanket. Thank you. Y'all, I'm gonna have to go get the lint roller. I can see the dog hair from here. Gosh. Now Cleo's like, well, he just got up there. Don't try it.
but yeah,
Sorry.
I did really well. I'm in this scene where she's meeting, these elders, and so it's just about kind of describing them and oh, really?
He's
Oh
talking to
my!
you.
I had no idea. Oh, is that a fact?
That's her. That's not me.
Yeah.
And I still didn't say you could get on my bed, buddy. Get down. Okay, get down. I don't want to say get up. No, don't lay down.
He's like,
Oh.
all right, I'll just sit down here.
He's like, oh, I'll just lay down here, y'all. Yeah, okay. So he is teaching me that this was not a good idea because before the bed was like risen up, the old bed, so
Right.
it was like harder for him to get up here. And
Yep.
this bed is definitely lower to the ground, this frame. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so I did start working on Best Served Cold. I was not drafting, I was brain dumping though.
Okay.
So now I'm not going to fully explain this because it's part of what makes the book and the twist, but Becca will know what I'm talking about. So this is more so for her. So I was thinking about like the organization and how to write the organization so that you're like, oh my gosh, this horrible gang of people is awful. And so that's what I was like writing out, like the different things that I like want to hit. And
Right.
so with that, I got 550 words. So
Nice.
yeah, my brain was like, oh no, I like this. I like this a lot.
Let's go
This
with
is what we do here. So the words were just flying.
Oh,
Also, y'all been in this chat really talking, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely gonna be like skipping around because there's been
oh, because
so
they're
many
having private
conversations.
conversations.
Right. But I know what I'm not gonna skip is the answer to the question because you guys had some really good ones. Becca, what have you learned this nano?
I just now noticed that question. I learned that writing a book, even though I love me, I love Nano and I love it for the community and everybody getting together and just creating, and I love that. But I also have learned, probably because of my leg and kind of being stopped, but not through my own will, but just stuff happens, that writing a book isn't a race, and it's just it's like sometimes things happen and you can't get it done in November, and that's okay, and not to punish yourself or feel guilty or any of that stuff. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is like, don't think of it as a race, even though it is the fun of Nano and like I gotta get the 50.
Right.
But ultimately it's the story that matters, and however it comes out and whenever it comes out is what matters.
Don't get up here. Don't do it. No, we're done.
No.
We're not playing anymore.
But
Sit down.
take
Sit
reading
down.
it.
Thank you. I hear you, but no. We've had fun. I've let you be funny. Get off my bed now. Right. He's doing the most, y'all. I'm definitely gonna have to take him out on this one because he's doing the most today. All right, read, write, collage. Like it's just like it's cute, but like I don't want to be sneezing all night.
I know.
Like he sheds so much, y'all. Like y'all, I definitely have like whenever I vacuum, it's like you have to empty the vacuum like 10 times to just do the living room.
Yeah.
I don't have a house, y'all. I got an apartment. It's a whole It's the whole thing. Okay, so Read Write Collage says that I am more interested in writing short stories and essays than a long novel, but
Okay.
I love the challenge to write more every day.
Yeah.
This is definitely me. Like I have realized that like short stories are now like my bread and butter. I can write a short story and it doesn't take long at all. But getting to the finishing this novel, your girl is struggling. But she gonna get there.
You're gonna get there. Yeah, exactly.
Miss Maya says, turns out I am not an outliner at all. Your girl also realized this. She also realized this. Becca knows. I definitely sent her a text message and a couple of voice notes like, it's not for me. I'm trying and I'm failing.
Yep.
Bex the novel Nana says, I've learned that even in participating unofficially, one still must stay motivated and continue to make progress. Yes.
Very true.
Tiffany says that that I might be more plotter than pantser because this is the fastest that I've ever written anything, and it's the most outlining I've ever done as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Wow, I like it.
That's awesome.
That's really good. Keenan made it. Laura said that I can come up with stories as I like. I'm not a one story and done kind of person. I can span all age ranges. Middle grade, YA, and adult horror are mine to play in. All right now. The confidence in that, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's nothing like feeling like I can do this and
Yeah.
I am doing this. Like that's just a great feeling.
Yeah.
Michael says the live streaming side of AuthorTube, when at the height of its powers, is an awesome thing. It definitely is. It definitely is. I was working on my blog post for the first half of Nano that fingers crossed will go up tomorrow because I've been working on it since Sunday. But
Oh,
and one of the things I wrote about was the best and my most favorite part of Nano is the community.
yeah.
There are just so many writers, and everybody is writing. You're very hard pressed to not find a writing stream going on at some point. And when I don't find one, I'm messaging like three or four friends, like, "Hey, y'all trying to get on and write real quick? Let's write." Like
Yep.
I love it. And
Yeah.
usually it's a yes compared to the rest of the year when it's like, I've already
No.
got my words in for the day. Now it's like, oh yeah, nah, let's go, let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey Kay says, a Miss Struggling Writer, I have learned that's okay to take things at your own pace. You don't have to write 50,000 words because everyone's doing it. That it's okay to go at your own pace and to stop comparing myself.
Yeah. Exactly.
Comparison is such a deadly game to creativity. Like it just is.
No, it
It just
is.
is. Kenny says live streams really help me. This is a fact for me as well. This is definitely a fact. Um Specifically the sprinting I did not have necessarily like the I didn't before the YouTube side of it, sprinting was not a part of my life and now sprints are definitely actually sprints low key are how I get everything done. I like sprint to get dishes washed and sprint to
Me too.
wash clothes if I'm being totally honest. Cause your
Absolutely.
girl just do not have the attention span to focus on stuff without
And it just
sprinting.
helps because then you know how long it took you. Because that's
Right.
the thing. I think it's like when you're doing, household stuff and then you think, God, I was doing that all day. And then it's depressing. But then if you do it in sprints, you're like, that only took me 20 minutes. It's psychologically, I don't know, sprints make me feel better too.
No, not on my bed. Off. I this
Maybe
is all my fault.
does he have to
I
go to the
should know
bathroom?
better. This is what I'm thinking. That's why I'm like, let me get
Yeah.
through
Okay.
these.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, get off, get off. If this is, I know. Go outside. You want to go outside? You want to go for a walk? You're not moving like you understand that I'm saying we're going outside. I need you to move. Like that was the whole point of me using those
Like, come
words.
on, come on.
No, you just want attention. Okay, all right, buddy. Okay, so
He's like,
Life
oh
with
wait, I don't
Casey
want to walk.
says, right, I don't know why, I just want attention. If you have a brain dump file, if my, this is definitely a touchscreen and why the show button is not working. Titan, what are you doing? What are you doing? I feel like this is your fault. Okay, there we go. See? No, that definitely was your fault. Get out. Thank you.
Y'all.
Yes, thank you. Ah. Okay, if you have a brain dump file, at what point did you stop dumping and start writing? Once I got all the stuff that was in my head out. For me, that's all a brain dump file is. It's like I have all these thoughts about the story.
Yeah.
They're not all in order. They're just random ones. Let me write them all out. And once they're out, I can start writing, which is why I couldn't write this time. Had to do that. Okay, let's go through. Did we miss any? I see. Hello, everybody that came in. I tried to say hello as I saw people coming in. So there was that. No, down. Okay, I'm muting myself because he's getting out of hand. Hold on.
Like how we can read your lips. We know exactly what you're saying.
Right now, I love how both I said get in the kennel, and now they're both in there. Like, you know, Cleo's like, no, I'm not
Aww.
gonna get in trouble. I'm not getting in trouble. Barrett says that boundaries make good neighbors. When someone disrespects you, don't give them a chance to do it again. Oh, and as for writing, dictation is a game changer.
I
I
need to do
wish I could
that.
do
I
dictation.
can't.
It's such an amazing way to write.
I know.
I'm horrible at it.
Me too.
And I've tried, and I was like, yeah, there's a lot of words, but there's no punctuation. I have no idea who's saying what. I have to go. It's what it.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a like if I was ever to do it, I think I would actually have to take like not classes, but maybe like some tutorials on how to do it in a way that because honestly, by the time I'm done with a session, I feel like I could have typed it faster.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. So, Barrett, if you want to, make a video on your channel about how you do dictation and it's a game changer, you
Yeah.
got a couple people who will watch it for sure and be like, you know what? How do you do this?
Yeah.
Just Eva says that I can critique a novel a whole lot faster than I can write one. Ain't that the truth? And still feel that some of that creative well in the process. Very true. Very true. Which is going to lead us into question 2 because it has to do with reading. I have learned, Nicole says, I have learned not to fight the urge to start a different project if your current one isn't working with you. Y'all are hitting all the questions that are coming up for the stream. Just want to throw that out there.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yes. Sarah says, screw quality, timelines, and plot holes. You can deal with them later. Sarah, there's a part of me that wants to agree with you, and then part of me that's like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's like it's hard because sometimes that works, and then sometimes it gets you to a point where when you're in the editing process that you just want to just dump the thing and never look at it again.
See, and that's what I like. Like
That's where
I try
to,
to do. I
yeah.
definitely try to do. But you've seen my drafts. Like I don't. My drafts are very like close to the finished project. Like when I'm drafting, like I don't. And I think that's why it takes me so long. Is because like I'm very intentional about what I'm writing. So I'm like I don't want to write a scene that's not gonna stay. Most
Right.
of the time, it's like but that's also why I think I'm good at short stories and not necessarily novels because short stories, all my scenes are like this.
Right. Yeah.
Novel, there's like way more that you're telling and way more that you're trying to show the reader.
Right.
And
There's
so
more room for things that might have to be cut, kind of thing.
right, exactly. And I'm not brave enough to just be like, no, just write it. If it doesn't make it, it's cool. It's like, no, I want it to
Yeah.
make it.
Or like when you're in the middle of a scene that you suddenly realize in the middle that you're not going to keep it. Like then it's all like, do I finish it? Like, or do I just delete it now?
Right.
It's kind
Right,
of
no lie.
yeah,
At the bottom of all the chapters I've written are a good like 300 to 500 words that I like wrote that it's like this isn't working, it's moving. So like for blankets and burglary, I've been working on the garage sale,
yeah,
and originally I had like a customer coming up to the table and talking to them and I was just like, I hate this dialogue, I hate this conversation, it's not moving,
yeah,
and so I took it out.
yeah,
So totally.
yeah.
He's like my cat, super cheeky. My cat. Titan, everybody know Titan will try me. Cleo, y'all don't ever see her because Cleo, like, she's like, I
I
know, I'm
know.
chilling,
Oh,
I'm chilling. Okay. CB says I am not good at research, so I should stick to what I know. I'm not gonna lie, I do be feeling this way sometimes. Like, I really don't want to look this up. I don't know nothing about it, so I'm gonna just leave it out. Like, I don't know nothing about that job. They're not gonna have that job. They're gonna have a job I know about.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, he is. He's like, I want y'all to see me. Was definitely using the mama voice. Definitely. Okay, I'm almost to the end. I'm almost to the end. Okay, y'all are talking to each other. Yay! I appreciate y'all talking to each other. And okay, everybody's laughing. Oh dang, y'all! I was way behind. Shoo. Okay, last one. I feel you, Shay. I'm super hard on myself. If I don't write something perfectly, it causes me to freeze and not write it all. I don't want all the words to be perfect. Yeah, and see, like in my head, it's like I know it's not going to be
Yeah.
perfect, but
Yeah.
it's still like I want it to be clean. And
As
I don't
close
know.
as possible. Clean.
Right. It's a very hard line to like toe as somebody who's a recovering perfectionist. It's a thing.
Yeah. I know, right?
Okay, y'all. So I definitely have to walk these dogs. We definitely need to do another sprint. So it's gonna be a 30-minute one for sure.
Okay, cool. You know what?
For
Let
sure.
me actually move to the thing, and then I can pull a card.
Yay!
I've done my ice pack and everything, so I can.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't plugged in. I'm literally my computer's about to die. I got to plug in. Um, that is so funny. I remember moving and shifting and going like, oh, I'll just adjust. I'll plug in after we start the sprint.
I totally did the same thing. So I'm actually kind
Whoops.
of glad you said that out loud so that when I go up, I can go grab my chargers. So there's that.
All right, I'll pull the card really quick before I die, or not
Okay.
die. Oh, I hate doing.
Right. No, because that's not gonna happen.
I'm like way too paranoid about everything. Okay, we got the frog, which I love the frog, but the message is very weird. So,
Okay. Okay. Let's hear it.
okay, bring in the rain. Tears cleanse your feelings. Refill with well-being. Although I kind of like the refill.
The refill is good. The
Yeah,
refill is
it's
good.
just so odd. It's all like, bring in the rain. Tears cleanse your
What?
feelings.
Okay,
Refill with
so
well-being. What?
okay, on this is Cache getting deep real quick, right? Right. Okay.
Yes.
So there is this song that like came out when I was my watch is telling me it's 1 p.m. My that came out like when I was in high school, and one of the songs on the album it says ain't nothing wrong with crying. It's like taking crying is like taking your soul to the laundromat. It's like a
Oh, I
cleansing
love
thing.
that.
And
Yeah.
when I think about like rain, I think about like how it is like just that like washing away of stuff. So
Yeah.
like if you
Yeah.
haven't had the best nano, if November has been rocky, we are at the midway point.
Yeah.
You can take a deep breath, you can like refill.
Yes.
You got this. Remember, we've already said it doesn't have to be 50,000. You don't have to raise.
Yeah.
It's not a competition. It's about community. It's about getting things done, right? So like I think it was a perfect card,
It
especially
was.
for like the middle of the month. Like
You're
I
right. You're
I
right. You're right.
think the cards knew what we needed, Becca.
That's
I
true.
do.
You're right.
I
It's
do.
so funny because I'm so used to whenever I get it going like, oh, the frog. There's a couple in there where I'm like, but you're right. I never thought of it that way. And actually, that feel especially because of everything. It's like, yeah, it feels like that cleanse. Like we just need that clean slate. Yeah, I love that.
Man, right? See? We needed it. We needed it. We needed it. All right, and here we go. If you've hit a slump, what are you or have you done to get past it? Let us know. Let us know. Also, thank you. Thank you.
No,
Thank
yes, yes,
you.
yes.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna take this dog who's side eyeing me out because he's over here like you said outside.
Yes.
All right, y'all. In three, two, one. Y'all write them words. All right. How did everybody do? Am I sounding normal? Do I sound normal? It looks spotty on my end, so I'm like, do I sound robotic?
I'm muted, so like, not that you could hear what my actual response was. Yes, you sound normal.
Okay. I was like, my internet has been funky the last few times I've streamed. So I wasn't sure. How did you do?
I did really well, actually. I decided to have more fun because I try to always put humor into my books. You know, it doesn't have to be like slut, but just within that kind of thing. And it's like a big moment because she's meeting the elders, and I was like, in my mind, I had it like these are the elders, and she's meeting them, and I was like, you know what? What if they're just like complainy, funny old people that are just like whatever? You know what I mean?
That's why I like writing old people, because the truth is old people are definitely funny.
Right, like I have them all on the thrones, and then one of them's all like, "Can we get out of these?" Like like my butt hurts. Like it's just like this moment of just like, they suck. They're like steel thrones, and the older you get, the harder it is to sit in those for periods of time.
Right.
So I may edit it later, but it just is kind of amusing me as I'm.
Hey, and that's important. That's important. If you're not laughing, there's a good chance the reader might not laugh. So
That's very true.
so there's that.
So
I walk the dogs.
That's right. Yes.
And then I started food because it's almost 2:00 here and I haven't eaten today. So yeah, I knew that face was coming. But there's like food on the stove and food in the air fryer and food is being made.
Ooh, nice. I love it.
But if you hit a slump, what are you or what have you done to get past it?
Well, we just did this the other day. Like on Saturday, we were both kind of in this slump where we just were not getting like able to get started. And we kind of came up with this idea that instead of doing like a timed sprint, we decided to do something that we called scene sprints. And it was so helpful because it was like, okay, we don't know how long it's going to take, but I told Cachet what my next scene was, and she told me what her next scene was, and then we both sat down and just wrote until we finished the scene. And it really helped because I think it's like I get so overwhelmed with how much I have left in the book and all these other scenes that I know I need to write. And I just keep on thinking them and thinking them that it freezes me and I can't do anything. So by doing these like scene sprints, it really helped me. Did you think it helped? Did it help you? I mean, I feel like it did at the time, but I know that you had a bad day Saturday, so it's kind of like.
Yeah, no, Saturday sucked.
I know.
But no, it definitely did help, and I've been working on the scene, but I've gotten like 1,000 words every day since then, so it's been growing, and I've been figuring out the story. So I like it, and that's honestly what I do going into sprints now. Since we started that, is like, okay, what do I want to accomplish with this sprint? What do I need to get out of it? Type of deal, and that helps a lot more because me and you have talked about how like just like I like word counts. It was this big thing, and then I realized like I'm writing all these words and nothing's coming out of it, right? Like in 2020 in 2020 and 2019 I had like 70,000 word months, 100,000 word months, but like what was I putting out? Nothing.
Well, I mean, still a lot of work, but it's just. Right. It's like it's weird that you like because I get like that too, and then you can have all this giant word count and still feel like you didn't accomplish anything, even though you have. But it's just like by doing that sort of scene method, it's like at least you feel like that sense of accomplishment of like, oh, right. Okay, now what's the next scene and what's the next scene, And yeah, I mean, especially when you're in that kind of slump where you just, and sometimes you need to be in the slump, to be honest, though, because
Yeah,
sometimes
no, I feel
brain,
like slumps are a part of writing. I feel like there are gonna be days where it doesn't hit, and that's why, like for me, my go-to is to have multiple projects because that way that I'm not completely at a standstill with writing. Because that's honestly for my mental health, being at a complete standstill where I'm not writing at all is horrible for me mentally.
yeah,
Like I'm not in a good place.
yeah,
Like even if it's like life has me in that place, the fact once I mentally realize I'm not writing the way that I make myself feel is just not good. So I'm one of those people that it's like I like to keep multiple things that I'm working on
yeah,
because it helps me in that. So that's my answer to question number two.
yeah, yeah.
And we had a lot of talking and a lot of people in here, and y'all, I'm gonna try to get through them. I saw Fam was in the chat talking about. I'm about to get to it because I didn't see it earlier. If you take a shot every time Shay thinks she's gonna get through the comments. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get through the comments. We just gonna see what happens. There's that. Ms. Maya says, I switched projects now, hitting another slump, so time for another switch. Hey. Keenan says, I take a break and work on something else. Okay, a lot of people move on. Laura says, move on to different project for a bit. Let the problem one percolate in the back of my mind for a while. Right. A CB says, if I'm not happy with something and hit a slump, I will start over. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiny Beth Secret, hello. Good to see you. Find a later scene that I'm more excited about. Add a new character or interest for a character. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Just Eva says, my slumps have always correlated with my mental or emotional health. I put creative pursuits away and focus on releasing the guilt that goes with that. I don't know if it works, but I get to the other side. Hey, if it's working, right? CB gave an example. In my current Nano novel, I originally had Pepper deliver her twins by C-section, but I hadn't done enough research on that, and I know a bit on natural delivery, so I switched.
Okay.
But I made it quicker. All right, nice. Sometimes you just gotta switch things.
Yeah.
Cassie says I'm kind of in the middle of one right now. You heard we just had one this weekend, so totally understand. I found the best way for me to get out of slump is to go back to what made me fall in love with the story first and apply that to the part I'm working on. I like it. I like it. Heather says my art background teaches me to take frequent breaks. This might mean distancing myself from my project and coming back to it later because the answer might come by other means. Dreams, for example. Man, me and one of my other CPs were just talking about like how dreams are like
Oh yeah.
they're like heavenly murder when it comes to a writer. Like a bad dream sucks, but then it gets your mind going on what could happen in your story and
Hello, Dream Diaries, the first book. The dreams in it were directly from my dream journal. So it's like, I didn't even have to make that up. The second book, I was like, oh crap, now I have to make it up.
man, and I told y'all it's my favorite series. It's my favorite. Like,
That's
yo.
right.
And it's like, man, Mara, like, listen, me and Mara probably never would have like seen each other because we like grew up in completely different areas. But like I like that she has the ability to discern good friendships. Like she surrounds herself with good people and like that's just so rare. Like it takes people a long time to surround themselves with good people more times than not. More times it takes them like being burned by people and things like that to learn. And I like that that's been her. Like I just like that. Like she just I just like that. I like that about her. She just I just Mara is a great character. I just like her.
No.
Nia joined us, the Vixen of Fiction. Hello. So good to see you. For those of you guys who don't know, Nia is the Vixen of Fiction, and she streams on her channel on both Twitch and on YouTube. So definitely make sure you check her channel out.
And Loki for little puppy.
And Loki, yes, Loki the doggy is amazingly adorable.
Yes.
So adorable. Sarah says either take a break or set a timer for 5 minutes and write. If there's something there, it will come out.
Yes. kind of force
I've
it
never
through.
tried that.
I like that.
I do. I like that a lot. Nia says, I will switch projects completely, go from writing to drawing, sketching, bake, read, or choreograph a workout routine. I like to give my brain a break and find another creative outlet. This. I when I'm really in a bad place, I will read or I will crochet and knit something.
That's
One of
true. I
those.
sew. Yeah, you're right. I do the same thing. Yeah.
It's like, nope, Because like at some days I'll be like, oh, I hate writing. Let me go crochet something. It's hard, y'all.
I
Barrett
know.
says, weather permitting, go outside. Something about being outside can always inspire me.
That's
I
true.
do like to go outside with my camera and like take shots. I love that.
Yeah.
Read writes collage says, honestly, I write what I can for my novel and then switch to designing my blog or ideas for posts. I only have 9K for my novel, but I'm writing more each day than I ever have before. And that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Rebecca, it's so good to see you. So glad to see you. Hope you are doing well. Okay, we're almost to the end. I didn't say anything about getting through the comments. I just said we're closer to the end. That's all I said.
Like, listen.
Cassie said I might also change my music. Hey, music is great.
Yeah.
Hunter, I don't know how to say your last name, so let me know. But it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations for finishing your first screenplay. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you mind telling us what it's about? Let us know. Thank you, Heather. You are so awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Okay. And Struggling Writer says going on loads of walks, also reading work that I admire. I don't know why I said that wrong. So my friend told me about this thing called hero books where you study books that you love. Oh, feel like you just jumped. You did because I was
Oh,
like, no, she was there.
okay.
So corrected myself. I'm nowhere close to the bottom. And see what the author did and use those techniques in your own work. I'm currently studying action scenes in books that I love because I'm struggling with writing mine. Also studied Stephen King's It First Chapter's Genius and use some of the techniques he uses in my own horror to build tension and fear and fear inside the reader.
Yeah. That's a good
I
idea.
find reading published work that I love helps me when I'm in a horrible slump. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, can I say that I don't do this sometimes out of fear of like the story I read or elements coming into my story. So, like, I've never read a Stephen King book. I own Stephen King books. I plan to read Stephen King books, but I've never read one because I'm like, I'm always listening to people be like, "Oh, they got that from Stephen King," and I'm like, "But if I never read his stuff, did I honestly get anything from him? If I've never read anything he wrote, is my thought, is my thought, is that wise? Not necessarily, not necessarily.
You
I
know, it
could
depends
definitely
because
learn.
sometimes, I mean, you just have to know yourself and like know what your process is because, yeah, it's like sometimes, when you're writing and you're reading a certain genre and then you start to notice that your style is very similar to what you're reading, and that's not necessarily bad. It's still you. It's not like you're
Right,
stealing the story or you're stealing exactly their description. So sometimes, like I do like to get like read. Not all the time, but a lot of time it's if I really want to get into the genre that I am, I will start reading something in that genre, and it does. I mean, I'm sure it bleeds. I'm sure it bleeds in, but honestly, sometimes that helps, and you can always tweak it later. It's not like you're writing down their descriptions
right,
or
right.
whatever. You're just
Exactly.
using it as inspiration.
Right. Which is why when I started the cozy
Yeah.
mystery that month, I read like 7 cozy mysteries. Like, what? How does this work? What are they doing? And
Yeah.
and then I realized what I didn't like about those and what I knew I didn't want to be in my story. So like it
Yes.
does help. Like I knew that I wanted an intergenerational. Like everybody's almost always in the same age bracket in stories. So I knew I was like, nope, I want her to be super young and majority of her friends to be really old because that's gonna make for great conversation.
Yeah. No, I love that. Yep.
Galaxy Quest codes. Yes.
No, never give up. never
I love
surrender.
it. You know, it's funny because again, this like shows like when like how we learn things from our age groups and whatnot. Because
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest was totally a place to go play laser tag in my hometown.
You know, I think we had one like that. I don't know if it was called Galaxy Quest as much as it was. I think it was like Galaxy something else. But yeah, like the laser tag. I do remember that. Yeah.
See, I was like Galaxy Quest.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
that's
the movie. Come on.
you telling me. Also, I think it's funny we're talking about uncomfortable seating, and neither one of us are in the place we were originally
I
at
know.
the start of the stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see anything else that I need to click on? I see y'all. Y'all are all awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I'm like going through, it's a lot of comments. I realize now maybe the questions, you know, maybe during Nano, they're not as good because there's so many answers. Like,
No,
so I
that's
should,
good. I think it's helpful. You know.
right. No, and that's what I was trying to do was like
Yeah.
get like one. When I'm in slump, I step away, I listen to music, I go outside, I get in touch with my senses, which always sparks my imagination. It also lets my mind wander and even rest. I like that.
Nice.
See, I think we had a laser
What
quest
is
and
your
a
quest?
galaxy
That
quest.
was it. That was ours.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we got both of those.
Yeah.
Crazy. Hey, Bree, thanks for creeping in. Okay, last comment officially. This is the last one that's on my thing, so I don't care if 10 of them come in. It's the last one. I found that I was writing like other writers when I wasn't reading as much. It's super weird, but I remember seeing an ad for Masterclass where a famous writer pointed this out and my mind exploded. Nice. Y'all said it. Okay, so we are at an hour and 50 minutes. We've done two 30-minute sprints. I don't know how you are on time. So what would you like to do?
I could probably go for. I could definitely do one more sprint. Maybe not a full 30-minute one, but like, what do you think? Oh, you froze. No. Is it me? Oh man, I can't tell if it's me. It might be me. Shit. I can't. I can't tell if it's me. Can you guys hear me, or is it? Because I can't hear Cachet. Oh, okay. Shay's freezing. Okay. Okay. You guys, I'm not good with solo. Cachet, come back. See my face slowly already getting red. Okay, she's in the comments. How about 25? Yeah, that's totally fine. Heather. All right, so 25 seems to be perfect for everybody. Do you want uh I could probably share. Let me see if I can share with a Google timer on mine. I don't know if it'll work on my end. Let's try it. I'm gonna try it on my end. Yay! Okay, so we'll just use the Google timer for this one. All right, so 25 minutes. Ready, set, and start.
Let's try this again. All right. How did everybody do? Did y'all hear me this time? Am I good again?
I hear you now.
Yay! All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't know, y'all. Internet be tripping. That's all I got. Internet
Yeah,
just be tripping.
there's
But
not much to do about that.
y'all, okay, I was still brain dumping, but I had like a story epiphany and I got 750 words. I was like, just like going, like, okay, okay, what about this? All right, what happens if this? Okay, but maybe she does this, and maybe this is this. And so, as soon as we're off, I can't wait to tell you about it. But I'm like, ah, it's so exciting. Okay, so yeah,
Oh my god.
how did y'all do?
I did good. I'm just, more of the. I finally introduced the last elder, and so I just have to get through the weird official small talky kind of thing, and then I can get into the, you know, then you just show her the like I well anyway like the last scene basically. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
almost being led into the last scene.
Is it me or is small talk kind of hard in writing?
Because it needs to glue so that you can flow into the next scene.
Right.
And sometimes it's just like, can I just get into the next scene already?
Right. Why do we have to talk? I know we need to talk right here, but can I just get to the next part? Yeah.
Right? It's all like, oh, hey, okay, can we show you what happened with the dragons? Okay, thank you.
Right. Right. So, how about you? How has your reading this year impacted your writing this year?
Actually, I would say a lot recently because, as you know, to try and get my mom, because remember she was having some trouble,
Mm-hmm.
sort of she's like, we don't know if she had a stroke or not because there's no damage, thank goodness. But she just sort of has been out of it, and so I thought it would be a good idea to read with her every day. Like we read 5 chapters of a book every day, and we've been reading this series by Rachel Housel. Oh, did I mess up her name? I always forget.
No, Rachel Hazel Hall. You got
Oh,
it. You got
yes.
it. Yeah,
Why
you
the
got
Housel threw me off.
it.
Rachel Housel Hall, and we started with it's her detective series, and it's so good, and it's actually gotten me into like, even though I want to finish my fantasy, I'm already kind of thinking about the next Dream Diaries, even though it's different. It's not like, you know what I mean. It's not like,
Right, no, it's different, but it's still got that
but it's
mystery, that
that,
crime that you're trying to solve something aspect. Yes, I love it.
her descriptions. And first of all, I can tell she's my age because all of her references are from my childhood. I love you. And Stefan too. Like it's like a combination of both Stefan and me, like of what she loves, and or at least what the character loves. But you're like, the author had to throw that in there. You're like, yes. And so we keep arguing of who she's more like. I'm like, no, she's more like me. And he's like, no, because she put that quote, the quote that Stefan has tattooed on his arm. She literally put it as like the quote to start the book. I was like,
oh, that is so cool.
yeah.
It's because like I feel like you and Stefan like age-ways are like me and Paul age-ways. So there's like some things that we know like the same, and then some things that like he's like, no, you don't understand. You didn't grow up with it. And I'm like, okay, I know. So I feel that.
I know. I'm probably, is Paul older?
Yeah, Paul's older than
so
me.
I'm like Paul because I'm older than Stefan, so I'm constantly like, no, you were a kid.
Yeah, that's totally him. That's totally him. He's like, nah, you don't know, no. Like you only
you were
know.
old enough to know.
Right. And I just love his face when there's like something that I really do know very well that he's surprised by, and he's like, okay, well, you know that one thing, whatever. So I just love it. I love it. It's hilarious.
Yep, that's
I would say the same thing. So like as far as just different things that I've been reading. So like last month was the month that took me out of the reading slump I was in with Black Awina. Thought I read a lot more books that month.
Yes.
But there were cozy mysteries. for those of you guys who don't know, Black Aweenathon, you're reading mystery, horror, and thriller all month long, and by Black authors. And when I was reading, I was like, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. This is what. And one of the biggest things that I've liked that I've seen in a lot of the books that I've read is the medium and how they tell the story. It's not all prose and dialogue. Like some have had like text message group chat conversations, some have had letters, some have like references from books, and that has really been something I've been trying to toy with the best served cold, and I had an epiphany about during the thing, and it was like great. And but it's the epiphany stemmed from books that I've read through this year that had those elements. That was like, I know I want to do something similar, but I want to do it my way. How do I do it my way? So definitely for me. Okay, let's see what you guys have. Heather says, good question. I haven't done a lot of reading this year, dedicated most of the year to indie authors, but I've read a few memoirs. I take a lot of inspiration from people's lives. Don't we all? Mine said, Black Aweenathon is when I read so much that I have all year, and I think it definitely had an impact, including writing more explicitly Black characters. You know, it's interesting because there are a lot of Black writers I found that like originally didn't start out writing explicitly Black characters. Like I've always done that. But there are a lot of people that I've been meeting that like at one point in time they felt like they couldn't write them because that wasn't what they were most, they read the most, or they didn't want to write them because that's what they felt they were expected to write, and they wanted to prove they could write something different. And I was like, huh. So it's just interesting to like the things that you learn, and you think that like, oh no, I don't think this is a thing. But as you meet people, you realize we're not a monolith. We're all different. We have different experiences. Hey Kay says, I'm not the fastest reader. It takes a lot of me to really like a book, so you can only imagine how COVID made this worse. But I found a new love for audiobooks. Same. My writing has got a lot better since reading a bunch of different genres and age categories. Same. Stepping out of categories that I love has been a big thing. As Becca knows, I'm not a big fantasy reader, and I've read more fantasy this year than ever before in my life. And I do think that it's definitely helped. I definitely think that it's helped. I definitely think it's helped me to think about world building in a much bigger way. It definitely helped me to think about like laying the foundation for things and stuff like that. So I definitely am appreciative of reading more fantasy.
Yeah. Because I'm like about to give you a 200,000 word book.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing, and I'm totally here for it.
Oh God.
Laura said it goes both ways for me. I read for research for my projects, but I pull inspiration from all the books I read, things to incorporate or twist. Exactly. My MG was me conquering old trauma from Goosebumps. Ooh, nice. Life with Casey says, I've been very slumpy the last couple of years with my reading, so I haven't read much. However, I read some magical spooky wood stories during October, and it really inspired me to start writing. That's great.
Yeah.
Nia says, I read for relaxation and research, so if I'm not reading, it does impact my writing. It's like fuel for me. Audiobooks are lifesavers sometimes. That is so true. Okay, Heather asked us about acting out our characters. I totally do. I have to like say things out loud to make sure they sound how the character would want them to sound and things like that. So totally. How many of my acting authors have done it in public, and what was the response? So I have, but like in like closed off rooms. So like at my university, there is a bottom floor of the business school, and there are these glassed in study rooms. So like you could see me, but you couldn't hear me unless you opened the door. So you might not know what I'm doing, but that's definitely Read Write Collage said it has reminded me of my love of mystery and horror. Nice. Michael says it's a dim and somber afternoon in my part of the world, perfect for lighting up the small lights in the room and getting cozy with the book. That sounds awesome. I see a lot of chatting. Let's see. Miss WOC Venus says, I really haven't been writing much this past year, but my reading picked up a lot. Next year, I want to scale back on reading and doing more writing. I understand that.
Yeah.
Black Aweenathon fixed my almost 2-year reading slump. That's awesome. That's so good. I know Bree definitely wants to hear that. I know that'll make her super happy. Maya says, yes, that's definitely where I was. And then it transitioned to, well, I picture them as black. I'm just not going to say it. And now I'm like, yep, each and every single body is black AF. Yeah. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, y'all. We have gotten through the comments. Hey. And it was only 2.5 hours worth of streaming. I'm not mad at it. We got an hour and 20 minutes out of that. That was sprinting. So
that's a lot.
that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Becca, do you have an outro or announcements or anything for the people?
Honestly, I've just, I got nothing.
It's okay. It's fine. We are possibly gonna do another one on your channel before the month is up. We haven't decided yet, right?
Yeah, we haven't decided yet, but yeah, I mean, I'm always down for another.
Okay, yeah, because I know we usually do like 2 in a nano month, so
yeah.
We'll
Totally.
figure it out, and we'll let y'all know. Y'all will see a reminder go up eventually, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So thank you guys so much for being here, whether you're watching now or on the replay. We appreciate you. Friendly, a reminder as you are going through Nano, we know that it is tough. We know that there's a lot going on, but you are enough. Everything about you is enough. Whatever happens today, tomorrow, or the next day, you can and will get through. There is a light inside of you that the world needs to see. So be the best you that you can be and bless the rest of us with that light. Have a great day and thanks for joining us today. Bye.